Hey there, Shanel here from the Heart and Soul with your weekly channeled message for April 1st to the 7th, leading up to that eclipse, 2024. It is a little guidance to help you get through the energies of this week, understanding what's going on and what to expect moving through it. Going on right now in my world, Divine Map, it's a new month. We're doing past life regression this month, as well as Yoga Nidra is always the second Friday of every month. Check it out. I have a little less availability this month for sessions if you are looking to do a private session, as I'm doing some learning this month, so I will be a little less accessible. But yeah, let's dig in. Let's see what my spirit guides have to share with us today. My guides start by showing me the total darkness from the eclipse that we will experience next Monday, not in this 7-day window. There is much confusion and concern leading up to this event. They're referring to like, many of us will never see this again, this full totality in the way that it is, which makes it unusual and different and more, people really want to see it. So getting glasses and so on and so forth. But then there are those with the conspiracy theories that, this is going to do something really bad. And they're like, we're feeding this energy that is really a lot of stories. They're showing me that this is very representative of what we are experiencing right now. This total blocking out of the light by the darkness. This has been going on for the last thousands of years. This shadow side of greed, control, domination, individuality, seclusion, inequality. All of these things have been happening because people chose to accept fear as truth. And it has forced so many to linger in the darkness instead of being able to actually see the light. So they said, this is why this is so predominant. This is why this is so big. In this new era, and this eclipse has felt like a very pinnacle moment for a very long time. In this new era, the light is meant to shine bright. It is like we are giving, it is this experience, this episode, this solar eclipse is meant to represent this shift from darkness to light. That it is very representative of this dark moment in time that we will evolve from. And eventually it'll just seem like a moment in time. Going forward, the energy is of peace and love. We may still see an influx of feuding or war to clear, but they're saying in general, going forward, there will be a lot more camaraderie and connection and sharing to evolve the planet as a whole, instead of this piece of like, oh, that is mine and I'm not sharing it, or you have to pay me millions of dollars to have that technology. That is shifting. They're saying there is a collapse of old systems because they no longer work. They were created in this time of fear, and that is not where we stand anymore. So you may have noticed that in general, things are shifting. Teachers are dealing with kids in different ways. Politicians have this zhuzh for new or younger and more accepting and more wanting to make the change versus just to keep the old system going. There is this massive shift of boss to leadership to there's just so many things, and it's so exciting to see some of these things happening. This shift in the way that things run, that the way things work, creating more equality, creating the opportunity for people to be seen and heard. There's just this incredible shift. So I digress. There's a lot of anxious energy leading up to this event. And that is our collective having resistance to releasing what has kept us safe for so long. But the reality is there are so many more people holding the light right now that will actually create more brightness and lightness that we won't notice this heaviness being gone in a way that's scary or fearful. We should notice it. Life will feel much lighter. But this evolution and this shift is going to continue to move forward. So be patient with the energy this week. Again, it might feel like an incredible roller coaster of ups and downs as you kind of simmer into this energy. Yeah, it might be a lot. It might not be. It just depends on who you are. They're showing me the sun. Please get out and get sunshine. That's really important this week. Although my husband told me that this morning that we're expecting a 3-day storm. But the light codes, the energy from the light, the vitamins from the light, the sun is really important to move through this energy of this week. It's interesting, though, they're telling me for the time of the eclipse to please go indoors. The energy that is surrounding that, they're encouraging you to be undercover or indoors to see it, not to be outdoors, which is interesting. I haven't had that one before. It's almost like we don't want to be shrouded in the darkness, that we want to stay in the light. And by being hidden or undercover, we won't experience that energy of the darkness kind of coming full circle. It's nothing will hurt you. Nothing will hurt you. But please be smart. If you're going to look at it, get proper glasses so that you're not damaging your eyes, because you will. That has been very clear in everything that we've seen. I'm just going to tap in and see if there's anything else they want to share about the energy this week and leading into the eclipse. Oh, grounding. So that was the other side of it. So sunlight and grounding, which is interesting because it goes back to the energy of a tree, and the way that we connect to the divine source is by raising our branches towards the sun and digging our roots down to the earth. They're showing me energetically the energy grids rising, and we've talked about this before, I'm sure, and I don't remember where or to who, but it's out there. I've shared it before. Energy grids are coming back towards the surface for those that are connected to them to use. It won't necessarily feel like you can activate it or have activation from it if you're not somebody who's connected necessarily, or someone who does not need to use the source of energy that is coming to the surface. But they're showing me that the silver grid is coming back up. So by grounding and connecting, being out in nature, they haven't explained it to me yet, but there's something about the sun and the activation of this grid. So I'm not sure what that correlation is, but I promise I'll channel on it and see if I can get an answer for you. But yeah, so that is really important as well, getting grounded and connected. That doesn't mean earthing. You don't need to take your shoes off and go and stand in the earth, but just being outside in nature is really key over this next week as well. Okay, that feels like everything. I'm curious now to see what happens for the eclipse. We'll all see it again in a week, so we'll see. What's going on? New month for Divine Map community. That is my small community that I do a lot of mentoring work in. We meet live 4 times a month on Zoom. And one of those sessions is an hour mentoring session where you can bring all your questions. I always teach something. This month we're going to be doing a past life regression. I'm not teaching past life regression. We are doing a past life regression. That's near the end of this month. There's always a yoga nidra meditation, and I always do card readings. So I do a channeled spread for the whole group, and then I read for those who jumped on the call. That Divine Map community is only $29 a month Canadian. It is a great deal and a really easy way to work with me. Yes, it's a group setting, but it is a small group and it is an amazing group. So we would love to have you there. Yoga Nidra is coming up. It is the second Friday of every month. I think it is the 10th or 12th, something around there, of April, the second Friday. So not this Friday, the following Friday. If you want to join me in person at Dundas Yoga and Fitness or online in Zoom, both are pay what you can. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a busy month ahead with some learning, and then we'll get back to offering some more things. I have a few events in the works, so check it out. Thank you for being here. If you can energy exchange with me as always, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can like, share, comment, leave a review, all that good stuff. It means the world to me, and it only takes a few moments of your time, so I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being here on this spiritual journey with me and allowing me to be your spiritual tour guide from my heart and soul to yours. Until the next time. Bye now.